that little glue line, that's white epoxy. And there's epoxy in the holes, there's epoxy on the faces, there's epoxy everywhere. Everywhere, it's every damn where, okay? So this thing is on for the duration. For all practical, I wet sanded this flush, by the way. I used a metal block on it. And then I'm going to glue the one piece, only one piece of the Formica to this. And I'm going to crush it down with this piece of 3/4 inch plywood and put a Bessie clamp on it, so that'll be down nice and flat. And then there'll be 4 of them that'll be loose. And see, here's the interior part of the reel. Obviously, some jackhole sometime in the past put this thing in there. You can tell by the recess. It wasn't supposed to be in there, but that's where they put it, because people can be jackholes. And see, this is not a machined thing, and the problem is parts of the back of this reel, like for instance here and there, you can see the abrasion mark. But this is a spot that's had clearance, and there's been clearance here and a lot of clearance over there, okay, because there's no abrasion. So what happens is, with the old stud, you'd turn the reel, and there'd be quite a bit of drag, a tight spot, and then it would loosen up a real lot, and then there'd be a tight spot. And I knew that was going to lead to a big nuisance headache for old Bubba here. And I didn't want to go through that, so I remade the thing from the get-go, and this time it's going to be right as rain, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's going to hold on by 4 threads instead of just 1/2 of a turn, because it's going to be slightly longer, about 1/4 inch longer. And I'm going to reposition the flat spot and re-engineer the flat spot too. It's not going to be it's quite as deep, so the washer fits better. So anyway, it's all going to be a groove, and it's going to be right as rain. And some of this stuff's garbage ready. And you know, this is my photography studio here, and you're seeing it all here now. And this is where we this is where we separate the lawnmower blades from the rest of the photography studio. Okay, thanks for stopping in today, and have a nice day. Alrighty then. Bye-bye. Yeah, I just took the can off, pulled it out toward me very, very slowly, and here's what's on the inside of my secondary line of defense. That's that yogurt, part of a yogurt container, approximately 1.5 inches wide. It's taped on. It's about, I don't know, 2/3 to 3/4 of a circle with the open part up. But yeah, it caught a little bit of dust down in there, a little bit of die grinding, but not much. The trick was, I had to deburr this hole, both sides, from the other side, so I knew I couldn't do it from this side where all the electronic stuff is. Okay, all your electronic stuff, all the working guts of the welder is on this side. I didn't want to get any of that grinding crap into the relays or any of the, even the stuff from deburring. So I deburred it with a Dremel from the opposite side, not from this side. I deburred this side from the opposite side, and the opposite side from the opposite side. So yeah, so this is the hole. It's slightly oval shaped, but that's where the new stud boss goes. It'll stick into the side of the welder here. Of course, there's nothing in the side of the welder right there, so that'll be fine. It'll just be dandy. Okay. Yeah, speaking of electronics and whatever, there's the contactor, the main contactor for the dip-pak. It's a furnace. This is something I took apart. I took apart and cleaned the contact, all the contacts, okay? Then I reassembled it. And I used new dissimilar metals grease, you know, same stuff electricians use. Cleaned it up a little bit. It's groovy. Cleaned all the contacts, you know, down there. Those are clean. Those are clean. These are clean. You know, this one's clean. That one's clean. You got enough light in there. That's clean, you know. It's a clean machine. And these are my labels. Yeah, I don't think I opened those up. But I did take them off and put them back on for some reason earlier on. There's the switch, you know. And there's your heavy gauge wire. I call it an 1/8 by 1/2 aluminum flat bar, but ESAB or Airco used to call this heavy gauge wire. Yeah, and there's the board, you know. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, hopefully it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Yeah, and there's your capacitors, 6 of them. There's your small transformer over there. And here's your big transformer right here, this big giant honker here. It's a honker, a real big honker. And the diodes in this thing are huge-alific. I don't know if this will focus for you, but there's one of them. Stud diodes, there's 4 of them, okay? There it is there. Here's a closer one. I don't know if it'll focus for you. That's the bottom side of it. There's the fan motor and whatever. And here's where the stud diode, this is the top of the stud diode bolting to ESAB's heatsink, which I call 1/4 by 2 aluminum flat bar. But anyway, yeah, this is the Airco dip-pak, and we're almost ready. You know, I gotta rig it up for the tank. The tank gotta sit in there, 250 cubic feet. You know. Got to re-engineer that, and yeah, here's my little, here's my tank lifter thing. I know you'd want to see this. This is a little rig I made to lift my, I can lift 125, not as strong as I used to be, okay? I'm not a young whippersnapper anymore. So yeah, I can still lift a 125 cubic foot tank up about 4 or 6 inches or whatever it requires to get to that put it up into the buggy here. But I'm not real sure if I can lift that 250 cubic foot tank weighs 125 empty. So yeah, this is how I lift a tank. A little darker in the back of the garage here. But there's my little rig. I don't have it hooked to the chain hoist, I just got it wired up there. But it goes into the, it hooks into the, whoa, that looks dark. Maybe you can see it over here. It hooks into the side holes, okay? The side of the cap. You screw the cap on all the way, and you pick it. You give it a good lift, and it lifts it. I've already done it. I took it out of my truck that way. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good thing. You know, it's a lifting rig, a quick rig. It's another Dave rig. You know, it's a rig. You like it? Keep those cars and letters coming in, alright? Yeah, alright. Yeah. There's our splash guard. You know. You're seeing it here now. And here's the new Bubba Boss. There it is. I don't have it bolted in yet. I just got some taper pin punches jammed through the holes. But yeah, that's what's going to hold the new stud. This entire thing will be bored and the plate. So I got about 2 inches instead of 1/4 of an inch holding the stud. So no more stud falling off problems. No more stud like a leaning tower of Pisa problems. No more erratic feed problems. This is for the duration here, Bubba. This is the new Bubba Boss. Yeah. Alright, if you got one of these in your dip-pak, you've got this dip-pak because, hey, nobody else got one of these things. It's the new Bubba Boss in the Airco dip-pak. Yeah. Alrighty. This is the this is the thing for the 90s and beyond. There it is. It'll be in there for the duration, boys. That thing ain't gonna be falling out of that stud ain't gonna bend over anytime soon, I can tell you that much. Aight. Yeah, aight. Okay. I'll see you later.